Hello, and thank you for joining us in this first video of the series on how to use Anki to study for the USMLE steps. My name is Nikolai, and I am a fourth-year medical student at Universidad de Guadalajara in Guadalajara, Mexico. And I'm 20 days from taking my first step exam, so I'm in the middle of this, and I believe I can teach you a lot about how you can use the Anki service to better study for your exams. Anki is an amazing tool, and as you will see in the next slides, it is very useful to incorporate it to better memorize and better challenge yourself as to how much do you know and how much do you need to continue learning using other resources to better up your grades in the exam. So in this first video of the series, we're going to talk about what Anki is actually and how Anki is revolutionizing the way that students are studying for the USMLE steps. So Anki is a spaced repetition program. That means it takes a little bit of information and it shows this information to you and it challenges you to know the answer, and then it repeats in a spaced manner this same information so you can use these curves of learning to your advantage. As you can see in this slide, you can see how the learning process is a dynamic process. This process is determined by how often you are exposed to certain information. So as you can see, first, the information is easily forgotten. And then after the second round, after you see this information again, you remember a little bit more. And afterwards, you can space these exposures of the information, so at the end, a lot of information is retained because you already know this data. As you can see in this slide, so the way Anki works is that it takes this spaced repetition reality and it turns it into a program. So what it does is that it will show you at the beginning a few of these cards, and then afterwards it's going to repeat the same cards but with increasing intervals. So at the beginning, as you can see in this slide, you're going to see all of the slides on the first day. Then the same slides are going to be repeated to you 3 days after, and then 1 week after, and then with a increasing interval, so you don't have to constantly repeat this information because you're learning it, but you are in an organic way cruising through this course of the learning process, and with each run you're learning a bit more. The Anki resource is very effective, to the point that the first aid group has included it into its grade A recommendations for studying with a high effectiveness of the study. As you can see in these two slides, you can see how in the first one it is shown as a grade A recommendation, and in this second one you can see it's rated as highly effective. Many people believe that Anki is one of the three main pillars for the studying for USMLE. So what exactly, or how is Anki incorporated into the USMLE study? There is a large medical student group from all around the world in the MedAnki Reddit subreddit that I'm going to explain a little bit more about that in the next slides. But basically it's a large group of people that come together to create new flashcards based on official resources such as First Aid, such as Pathoma, such as Lecturio, and they're compiled into a very, very big deck of many flashcards. Actually, we have more than, as you can see in this slide, we have more than 3,000 unique flashcards ranging from topics from basic medicine such as biochemistry, microbiology, pharmacology, to applied topics such as cardiovascular diseases, renal diseases, or respiratory diseases and such as. And this is all compiled, and this is all free of charge, and this is all available for you to continue studying for your USMLE and in your USMLE journey. So Anki is very effective. As you can see in this slide, we have a lot of stories of success, ranging from people that got more than 250 to more than 270, and this all because they included Anki in their studying process. So as a final note for this first video, I wanted to present to you the two main groups of people that made this possible. First, the medical school Anki subreddit. You can search it. You can search for it as r/medical school Anki. And the Anking, which is a YouTube channel from a member of this community that first compiled all these flashcards into one giant deck and then managed to constantly update it so it keeps being faithful to the actual exam. Thank you for joining us in this series of videos about Anki. If you want to learn more about this, you can continue with the series and check out the rest of my videos. And you can also enter the Valedictorian MD website to learn more about USMLE and also to get access to this resource of the slides and several other booklets that will help you through your journey to the USMLE.